this is Mindy from The Weekend Gardener, and today I have a gardening tip for you. Now, typically my gardening tips have to do with the outdoor environment, but today's tip has to do with the indoor environment. In recent years, there has been some concern about benzene in the home, and benzene can be found in carpet, paneling, paint, a lot of different sources. One approach to prevent that issue in your home is just not use those products or have those items in your home. But most people don't want to eliminate painting their walls to reduce the chance of getting benzene. Another approach that you can utilize is place plants in your home that will help clean the air. Now, any plant will improve the indoor environment, produces oxygen, adds beauty and texture to that environment. But not every plant is an excellent plant that will clean the air. Now, these three examples, some of these you may be familiar with, some of them may look new to you. And I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of each one so that you can make an educated decision of what plant material you want to place in your home. Now, most people have seen this plant. This plant is called the snake plant or mother-in-law's tongue. It can tolerate low levels of light and can actually tolerate being abused. Not beaten up, but neglected. And the reason is this plant has a wax coating on it, so you can overwater it and cause it to rot. Now, the negative to this plant is these little spikes. So if you have little children running around in the indoor environment, you're going to need to simply take those off. And that's why when you see them in malls, they've been kept. And it's just to prevent any type of injury. So this is one plant that you can place in an area in your house that receives low light and that you're just going to forget about it. Another plant, if you're looking for a little bit more color, is Gerber daisy. Now, this plant will not bloom all season long. It will require indirect sunlight, and it does require a little maintenance. The negative to this, though, is you need to take care of it. So that's the negative, and you also need to deadhead it, and etc. The spider plant is a plant that can tolerate indirect sunlight, does not do well if it is in bright sunlight, and the ends of the leaves will actually begin to turn brown. This plant also does well in a vertical space hung from the ceiling or placed in a fern stand. And if you do this, it is a beautiful display because these flower tips here will eventually have little baby spider plants going along down. Now, it doesn't matter if you choose the variegated or the plain. You can mix them, you can separate them, but they're an excellent plant to place in your home as far as trying to improve your air quality. Now, give these three plants a try the next time that you are feeling a little blue or just concerned about the air you're breathing inside. So until we meet in the garden again, this has been Mindy from The Weekend Gardener.